Wow. I can't believe it's been 5 years and I'm still making these stupid YouTube videos. Wait a minute. Technically, I've been doing it longer. If memory serves correct, I was using my mom's camera that I've shown before to make videos at least since I was 10. I was 10 in 2012 and it is currently March of 2022. This means I'm 20 years old. Wow, so technically I've been making stupid videos with my Angry plushies for at least 10 years. That's insane. I cannot believe I've been doing this long. But you know what, I've enjoyed the whole journey, and the journey isn't over. I cannot wait to continue and do a bunch of new videos and different projects because I was inspired by movies and shows and stuff. So I decided today we'll be going over some of my favorite movies and TV shows. This is hard to make because there are just so many, but I decided it needed to be done. And as we can see from my Armata, my small example of plush collection, that I am a huge fan of a lot of stuff. Mainly Star Wars, but a lot of other things too. So let's get right into it with my favorite movie. Favorite movie. Favorite live action movie has to be, without a doubt, this is going to be a very obvious pick, but it has to go to Star Wars: A New Hope. More or less the theatrical version over the special edition, but I like them both. To me, Star Wars is just such a masterpiece in almost every single way. Until the Blu-ray and Disney Plus versions that kind of screwed it up. I mean, I kind of screwed it up in the 90s to begin with the stupid whole Greedo shot first crap. But the original theatrical Star Wars is definitely my favorite film of all time. And I'm not biased towards any characters. Even though R2-D2 is my favorite character, it is awesome to see Luke Skywalker's journey in the first film and the rest of the Star Wars trilogy. The other three films. What prequels? Sequels? You're funny. That never happened. Especially with stupid characters that are overpowered like Rey and forgettable like Finn, BB-8, and Poe Dameron. No, that never happened. It was just 3 films and that was it. No Clone Wars, no Mandalorian, no awful prequels, no even worse sequels, no stupid Rebel shows, none of that. The original Star Wars will always be my favorite film of all time. Live action. Animated movie. Now this is challenging because there are a lot of animated films. As you can see, I still have a bunch. In fact, I love one animated film so much, I literally spent money and time to actually transport my Buzz Lightyear from childhood's toy head onto a brand new one. I love Toy Story, but I have to be honest with myself. There is one film. Oh, thanks, Rob. Oof. Has to be my favorite animated film. Now this is hard to say, but it has to be, without a doubt, WALL-E. This film to me is a masterpiece. It is an amazing love story, and one film that has captured my imagination since I saw it in theaters back in 2008. Masterpiece of a film, and as much as I do kind of want there to be a sequel, there's still that little 6-year-old self that really wants there to be a sequel to see WALL-E and his adventures continue. There's another part of me that thinks maybe it doesn't really need a sequel. Maybe it should just be one movie. But it's an awesome movie regardless. In my opinion, one of the most perfect films out there. Now, favorite video game. Now this is also very challenging, but it has to go to the Master Chief Collection. I know there's some controversy with this game, but for me personally, the first 3 Halo games, and Halo 4, and a semi-new addition to it, Halo Reach and Halo 3 ODST, it has the original 3 Halo Master Chief games on there, and it is awesome. I love Combat Evolved, I love Halo 2, and I especially love Halo 3, but as much as I love them individually, it's awesome to be able to play all 3 of them, whenever I want, except maybe Halo 4. It's okay. And besides that, I also love Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Bros. 3 and the Angry Birds original game. These games are really awesome in my opinion. I love Super Mario 64. Still holds up 20-something years later. Angry Birds still holds up strong. It is very challenging and I still can't get 3 stars on every level. I know it's embarrassing to say, but I cannot. So I love those games. My favorite book/book series. Now this is challenging, but I thought one deserved this title just a little more than the other, and that has to go down to Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Now this series of books to me is awesome, very entertaining, and it's interesting about how these dragons who are able to live thousands of years see humans and how the connection forms between them. And it'll be interesting to see how the story continues. And this is Toro, the main character. There was going to be another contender for this one, but it'll come up later. Favorite TV show. Now this was challenging for me because I didn't want to pick Star Wars The Clone Wars because I do love Star Wars The Clone Wars, but I wanted something more traditional. I couldn't think of another more traditional TV show than... Now, this is hard for... This TV... has to be Lost in Space. I love Lost in Space, the original series, not the weird Netflix one. Lost in Space to me is an awesome series, and the characters are memorable, and even almost 60 years later, almost, these characters are still interesting to me, and I finally got my hands on a robot from Lost in Space, and it's just, I love Lost in Space. My dad introduced it to me, and I can easily see why him and me both fell in love with Lost in Space. The characters make the show. The set, and the characters. They make the show and the story writing, and it's entertaining. Love Lost in Space, always will. And one of these days I'll check out the Netflix one, but I don't feel like it. Anyways, favorite anime. Now, this one was challenging. Contenders have to go to My Bride as a Mermaid, Robotech, Ghost in the Shell, Midori Days, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Goblin Slayer, Gurren Lagann. I mean, oh man, this was really hard to pick. Because Lucky Star, Don't Toy With Me, it's Nagatoro, Yuze, Zaki-chan wants to hang out. I mean, there's just Robotech. I think I said Robotech already. So many to pick from. It's so challenging. So challenging. But I think but I know true in my heart which one stands above all the rest, in my personal opinion. This is a challenging one, but I'm going to have to go with The Ancient Mage's Bride. I've got a plush of Chisei and Elias, the two main characters. To me, Chisei's journey is so impactful. As I throw it, Chisei's journey to me is so impactful. A character going from nothing, absolute bottom ground, doesn't care about her life, doesn't care about anything, she could die for all she cares, to a strong, powerful, badass. Perfect. To me, The Ancient Mage's Bride, perfect. Masterpiece. Yeah, can't do better. And the best way I could describe why I think The Ancient Mage's Bride is so amazing. After reading the manga, after knowing the plot, after turning one of the pages of the manga and realizing there was a cliffhanger ending and I had to wait like 6 months for the next one, even though I kind of knew how it was going to end. After all of that, and I finally got my hands on the Blu-ray, when I put it in, after after a couple of the episodes, and something happened, I was going, gotta put it in the new disc, where's the other one, where's the other disc? I love The Ancient Mage's Bride. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. The first episode of the show is actually on YouTube for free by Crunchyroll. I highly recommend checking it out, and if you love the first episode, if you think it's interesting, then I highly recommend the series. I love The Ancient Mage's Bride, and I really hope I'm pronouncing it right, or I'm going to have somebody in the comment section going, that's not how you pronounce it, dummy. I really hope I'm getting it right. 5 years later, I still don't know how to pronounce this silly show. But to me, masterpiece. It's going to be really hard topping it in Season 2, if it ever comes to existence. And I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for being with me for 5 years. I mean, going from no subscribers to over 350, my mind is blown. Honestly, I never thought I'd pass 100. And here I am. I blew that one away. I blew 25.5 mine out of the water with way more subscribers than he does. I mean, it's crazy. And all I can say is just thank you guys. Also, shout out to other creators who inspired me. Two of the biggest ones for me is the Angry Video Game Nerd and Hello Greedo. Both those guys inspired me to do filmmaking, and Hello Greedo inspired me to talk about what I liked about Star Wars, what I didn't like about Star Wars, and wear helmets during my video. This video I decided to take it off, but I did want to have it right next to me because the Master Chief helmet is an icon on my YouTube channel. And I just want to say thank you guys. You guys have inspired me to keep working, work harder, work faster. No, maybe not faster. But you guys keep pushing me to do more because I feel like there's a drive again, you know. And I know with school and work, I haven't had all the time in the world to be making YouTube videos, but I hope you guys have been enjoying the ones I have been making. It's been a blast these 5 years, and I cannot wait to celebrate another 5, 10, 15, 100 years. Who knows what's going to happen in the far future. Anyways, guys, peace, and have an amazing day. And in the words of a wise man, until I see you again, peace, and have a great day.